We have more breaking news to discuss here on Chicago Bears Now. Welcome in. We're at the news desk, the breaking news desk here at Chat Sports. I am Harriosn Graham. Eddie Goldman is the latest cap casualty as he gets released by the Bears. Ryan Poles staying active over the last 24 hours, and we will continue to discuss what he has been up to. Ian Rappaport breaking down this one just moments ago. After trade attempts, the Bears are releasing starting nose tackle Eddie Goldman. Source said he is only 28 years old and will have a nice market. Real quick, I don't really know if Eddie Goldman will have a nice market, but that's classic PR talk from Ian Rappaport. Another one bites the dust. What can you say? We discussed it earlier. I felt like it was very likely that Eddie Goldman would be one of the next moves, and a couple hours out later, that is what happens after the Tarik Cohen release earlier this morning. And, of course, those both follow Khalil Mack getting traded yesterday. We'll kind of talk about how Ryan Poles is making a flurry of moves here before free agency, but we'll focus here on Goldman for a few more minutes. What will Ryan Poles do next? Predict it down in the comment section. What's he going to do next? Because he definitely isn't scared to make a move. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if he does something notable, we'll do another video for you guys as well. As far as the cap situation for Goldman, you cut him, so you save about $6.7 million in cap space, which is a nice chunk of change. Dead cap hit is in the $5 million, so you save over half of it, and he's completely off your books for next year. Bears now have over $35 million in cap space this year. Here's an interesting note, though. The Bears have almost $150 million in projected cap space for 2022, or for 2023, excuse me. And you're probably thinking, well, who cares? It's 2022. Well, you could still sign guys this year to big deals and backload those contracts if you want to. I'm not saying Poles is going to do an insane amount of big signings, but it allows him to do so if he wants to, and it surely allows him to be very flexible next offseason if he wants to take even bigger swings as well, as he has made another move by cutting Eddie Goldman. The point being, Ryan Poles is putting his fingerprints all over this franchise very early, and that's what you should do when you get hired as a GM. You should go in the direction of your vision, and he is certainly doing just that. Are you glad that Eddie Goldman is off the team? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I don't know if glad's the right word, but I am glad he got cut because I didn't see enough last year from him to justify bringing him back at his price. Let me know down in the comments, Y for yes or N for no. When it comes down to it, he sat out 2020. He took the COVID opt-out, which, no problem. He's over 330 pounds and has some heart issues, so I didn't blame him for that. But the reality is he came back last year, wasn't the same player, doesn't fit this scheme change, in my opinion. He's a 3-4 nose tackle. With the Bears shifting to a 4-3, I don't think he would have fit that well anyway. I think if he's going to keep playing, a 3-4 makes a lot of sense. I mean, hell, he may go join Khalil Mack in L.A. and go play under Brandon Staley. Who knows? That could be a possibility as well. But I don't think he fits what the Bears want to do, and that's why he's moving on. I do find it interesting that Rappaport and others report that the Bears did try to trade him. So they tried to see if a trade was out there, but I never even really considered that. I didn't view him as a trade candidate just because in the last 2 years he sat out one of those seasons and last year played less than 40% of the snaps. So it's not like he's been that productive. I mean, he had 14 tackles last year. No sacks, no splash plays, half sack, but no splash plays whatsoever. He was not the guy that he was back in 2016, 2017, 2018. I mean, 2018, he was a part of that incredible defense, one of the best defenses post-2000 in NFL history. That group was special, but he hasn't been the same since then, and he especially hasn't been the same after he sat out the 2020 season. Once again, this is why you subscribe, because nonstop Bears videos are coming your way, just like during the coaching search. Now that free agency is almost here, expect multiple videos per day, because when news happens, we'll break it down for you guys. We'll also cover the latest rumors that circulate as well. Free agency is upon us, so this is the time to join the movement. Hit that subscribe button. The link is below, youtube.com/Bears. Now, here's what I know for sure. Ryan Poles, he ain't scared. He is not scared whatsoever, and he is a GM with conviction. He came in here, and clearly he has taken a hard look at this roster and has said changes need to be made. And you think about the changes that have been made so far. And we'll outline these, but two of them on the defensive side. I think he's going to allocate resources now to the offensive side of the football, and that's what he needs to be doing. I think that was clear when he traded Khalil Mack yesterday for a second-round pick. A lot of you guys, it's not enough. They should have just kept him. Well, you want to say you save $6+ million in cap money, you get him completely off the books for 2023. That allows you to be more aggressive and get pieces on the offensive side of the ball. This is a team that needs better offensive line play. They need better weapons for Justin Fields. Matt Eberflus in Indianapolis scraped together 4 top 11 defenses in his 4 seasons there, and he did so with basically no impact players on his front 4. He can make it work with less talent than what the Bears have had in recent years, and that cupboard's not completely dry. There's still good players on this defense. Releases Tarik Cohen. Cohen wasn't healthy. He hasn't played in 2 years. Poles cut him. That's business, man. New regime comes in here. He doesn't owe Tarik Cohen anything. We broke it down earlier. He's had some tough breaks. It's been a tough couple of years for him. But the reality is this is what happens. When a new regime comes in here, just think about it this way. When a new regime comes in, why does that happen? 99% of the time, it's because the last one got fired. And then why did those people get fired? Partially because the players weren't good enough. So the new people that come in are going to replace some of the employees, a.k.a. the players, and that is what is happening here. And these guys will start getting replaced next week in free agency. Now you release Eddie Goldman, and, that leaves the defensive tackle position very bare. Akeem Hicks is a free agent. Bilal Nichols is set to enter free agency as well. You've got Khyiris Tonga, who I like is kind of a rotation piece, but you're going to have to fill that defensive tackle position with a couple of bodies at least as well. My producer's saying, trade for Fletcher Cox. That ain't going to happen. He doesn't fit the timeline of what Ryan Poles is viewing this thing. He wants to get younger and more athletic, and that is not Fletcher Cox. The question is, what the hell is he going to do next? I mean, am I going to be doing another video here in 2 hours? Possibly. Subscribe to find out, because if something happens, we will break it down. I do think something that will happen come down the pipeline is Danny Trevathan will get cut, I believe. Brad Biggs, the Chicago Tribune, reported that. We discussed that earlier. Now, he will most likely be a post-June 1st designation, because cutting him now actually costs you more money, but you can designate him as a post-June 1st cut next Wednesday, so I would expect that announcement to come then. The cap space freeing up doesn't happen until after June 1st, but it allows Trevathan to pursue other opportunities, and it'll free up some cap space in June, and you can use some of that money to pay for your draft picks. So Eddie Goldman has been released in the latest Chicago Bears news roster shuffle here, as Ryan Poles makes his moves as the Bears GM, and I would expect a lot more over the next 7,200 hours as we kind of dip into free agency next Monday with the quote-unquote tampering period, but that's really when free agency starts, is on Monday at 12 o'clock Eastern and 11 o'clock Central Time. Appreciate you guys for staying locked and loaded here on Bears Now over the past couple days. It's been hectic, but it's been fun. Want to remind you guys again, Sunday night, we will be live on Instagram at HGramNFL. Give me a follow. 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central Time. I'll get you guys ready for free agency. If the Bears make a huge move, then we'll just have another video here on YouTube as well. So keep it locked into the channel. Give me a follow on IG, and we'll see you guys soon here on Bears Now.